Right guys, Mark Crossfield here. We're still on the range here at Celtic Manor, the Wales Open. We've got Richard.
Hi there.
Hello Richard from Titleist. We've got 915 fairways.
Yeah.
So I've got the 915F, you've got the FD 915 in your hand. We're going to talk a little bit about channels and bits, what it does. Let's talk to you about what it really can do. Okay. Let's get stuck in. Right Richard, 915, Titleist, fairway, we got the F and the FD. Yep. Talk to me, what have we got?
Okay, well first off, this is the first time we've launched driver, fairway and hybrid together.
Yeah, because usually they're staggered, aren't they?
We've tended to do driver in November, fairway and hybrid in January, February time. So this is the first time we've put them all together, and we wanted to do that because we're very excited about the performance of these products.
Great.
Active recoil channel.
Okay.
Is hugely beneficial to the performance of fairways.
Yeah, absolutely, I can imagine.
We've talked about it within the driver. It does the same thing. It's taking away spin from the product.
Okay.
It's adding speed to the product. It has a bigger benefit for the turf interaction that you experience with fairways and hybrids.
Okay.
And as you can see from the design itself, it's very different from the channel that's in the driver.
It's deep, it's narrow, and it's closer to the face. Is that what, am I right in
Exactly. What we're trying to do here is take as much spin out of this product as possible. We're trying to create a very powerful flight out of the fairway, so it is very far forward in relation to the face itself. It is very narrow, it is very deep.
Yeah.
And that altogether takes away a lot of spin and it adds a lot of speed. We're seeing upwards of a couple of miles an hour of speed on turf interaction shots.
Okay.
And that's before you take away some spin.
So that's interesting. So you've got the channel on there, which is new for you guys. It's much longer. I mean, I've seen channels before, and the audience would have seen channels before. We've mentioned that in the driver. It certainly is across more of all of the face, which other channels don't do and haven't done as much, which I think is something you guys were keen to get right and release, is what you said on the driver. I'm sure it's the same on this one, is it?
Very much so. It's important that you have this right across heel to toe. It has to be deep. You don't want to fill it with any alternative materials. That's just going to take away from the performance of what the channel can do. Okay,
so it obviously features SureFit as well, which you've had now for a few years, but
SureFit
again,
Tour.
Why change something that is so
SureFit
good?
Tour technology is one of the 4 critical technologies within the 915 metals. Yes, this is our 3rd generation of SureFit Tour. We haven't changed anything. It gives us the ability to adjust independently, loft and lie, for players to be able to get their preferred ball flight.
I mean, I've said this in many videos, if you innovate something, I mean, you guys were the first ones that brought that kind of changed loft and lie independently to the market. I mean, why change it?
Exactly.
You did it, it works. Other people are trying to redesign it because they're trying to almost re-own it off you, aren't they? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So I understand why you're not changing that. Okay, and then why would someone go F over FD? What, I mean, this is bigger and a little bit more squashed down, is it, than FD?
Yep, it's a little bit lower profile product, slightly larger overall volume size. It's designed for players really who want a bit of confidence at the address position.
Yeah, certainly.
Now we've swapped these around. The F was formerly the FD, which was only really a 3-wood product for us. Now we have 3, 5 and 7 woods.
Okay.
So ideal for the consumer who's looking for a little bit more confidence, who needs that from the address position.
Absolutely. Okay, good stuff. So we're going to take these to the range and hit them. Yeah. We're going to give you some real ball numbers. I've got my GC2 and my Pro V1X balls, Titleist Pro V1X balls. So let's put it to test. I mean, I'm excited to see how this works. I hit fairwards a bit out the bottom of the club, and this channel's meant to help that. I'm really looking forward to seeing how the numbers perform on that.
That's where you're really going to see an advantage. They're great on the driver, but people tend to hit the driver high on the face.
Because it's teed up and
with
stuff.
With the fairway, the hybrid, with the turf interaction, you're tending to hit it lower in the face. That's where the arc channel is really going to give you some more speed.
Good stuff. Well, let's test that. Let's get on the range and give this product a bit of a hit. Right, guys, on the range, Richard, we're going to put them to test. We've heard about the channel, recoil,
active recoil,
active, arc, active, recoil, channel, and all such things. I mean, very visual difference. Yes. This is the F is the bigger one. That's right. Yep. Over the FD. Is it lower profiled as well?
Yeah, a little bit more confidence inspiring. Yeah. The big change for us is we've swapped F and FD over.
Yeah, they've switched.
Have the bigger head within the F model.
Yeah.
3-wood, 5-wood, 7-wood.
Okay.
So great for the average golfer, really.
Okay, well, let's hit some GC2. Got my Titleist Pro V1X gaming balls. Let's give you some numbers, guys. I mean, you got the white score lines to the black face. Looks gorgeous as always. Sitting very neutral down by the ball. Yep. And you've got the reverse line-up line. Again, I've not remember what are you calling that?
The fulcrum.
Fulcrum. Is that your fulcrum?
I think it probably
That is, isn't it? That's the fulcrum, I think. Oh, there we go. Right, there we go. That was boring, wasn't it? Let's hit it. Let's see what it comes out like. I mean, I use a fairway wood this kind of size. This is where I would want to be. Yeah. Even though you would argue that's the better player one, is the terminology would be used, but I wouldn't. I mean, no, I'm a better player.
An all-round fairway.
Yeah, so absolutely. I'm an all-round kind of guy.
We've seen a lot of tour players move to this product.
Yeah.
It's about 175cc in the 3-wood. It's going to give people a...
And that one's, what cc is that one?
Around about 160.
Okay, great. All right, let's give it a hit. Oh, ripalicious. Loving that one. Hit that very nicely. Nice high-ish flight, which I like to see from my 3-wood, because I have no problem keeping it high. I can do that myself. I would like my natural flight to be relatively high.
You know, these are designed to lower the spin. The active recoil channel is very far forward, as we talked about.
Yeah.
But you will still get good launch out of this. You'll still have a nice descending, soft landing fairway.
Absolutely. And the white shaft going into the black head, I know this, you know, get custom fit for your shafts, guys, but looks fantastic. It's all about looks, obviously. Let's give it another hit. Yeah, hit that nice again, maybe slightly more out the bottom, but I'd still take that one.
That's where art comes into its own.
Yeah, absolutely.
With the turf interaction from a fairway or from a hybrid,
yeah,
art will give you more speed on those low face centre hits.
Okay, let's give it another go. Yeah, again. Oh, it's a lovely flight. I could handle that all day long. It's a nice sound as well. It's not too massive. It's quite a true-ish sound, which I like out of a kind of an honest 3-wood.
Yeah. Players want it to sound right.
Yeah.
They want it to look good. They want it to sound right. It's got to be a big part of the design.
Absolutely. So shall we have a go with FD? Yep. So biggest difference with this one is, I mean, it looks...
This is the smaller profile.
Yeah.
A bit deeper in the face. This is going to spin a little bit less because of the nature of the centre of gravity in the product.
So from the tee, for players who are not getting on with their driver, options here maybe with this one. I mean, both of them would. But
great driving through.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, from the ground here, I like it, but I like it a little bit more down by the ball for me personally. I'm gonna hit that nice though.
And that's what the average consumer's going to feel as well.
I totally agree.
It's a minimal volume product for us.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's great for those that like it, but F is really where it's at.
Yeah, so this is more just offering another option for golfers, so you're not missing out on giving people what they want, really. I mean, I agree, that one for me, I would be putting that in most people's hands out of the two. Oh, I caught that one right out the bottom. It'll be interesting to see how the channel works on that, because that's where the channel's going to kick in a lot more, isn't it?
A lot of speed. Obviously, it's not going to spin much. It's going to run out.
Cool. Let's try 3 more. Cool. Well, there you go. There's some shots of each. I mean, I'm liking the look of that. We're going to check the numbers. I like the look of the bigger headed one for me. I think that's a bit scary for lots of people, but certainly there is a market out there who want that driving 3-wood, as Richard's saying. But 2 pretty good looking fairway woods, guys. Let's check these numbers out. Right, Richard, numbers time.
Yeah.
Fairways. We've got F and FD. Look at that, exactly the same yardage.
Yep.
2, 3, 5, exactly where I want my 3-wood to sit.
Pretty good.
I hit 5 of each because I was catching a few out the bottom, and it was interesting, I think, on F, how 225 was my lowest.
Very consistent.
But when I went to the FD, it dropped down to 219, and I was a bit more scared of FD
because it's a smaller profile.
Yeah,
isn't it?
absolutely.
It's going to be that little bit harder to hit. If your swing isn't perfect, it will exaggerate the miss a little bit.
And what's interesting on data, because so many people are into data and they want data nowadays. I mean, they're going the same distance, but for me, it's that I don't want to have a club that I'm ever going to look down and be a bit afraid of. So even though the data shows they're going the same distance, I would go F all day long because it's giving me more confidence as I look at it, even though the numbers say it's going the same distance. The FD span a little less, around 300 revs less than the F, which is exactly what you would say it would do, which is interesting.
You were more like the robot.
I am a robot, Richard. I am that man. Boring, okay. Launching at 10 degrees, both of them as well, launching at the same angle. Yeah. I did hit 3 launching at 12 degrees with F, and I had a couple of 8 degrees with my with the FD. Again, I think if I kept hitting, it would be minimal, but I just feel I would get a bit more consistency for me out of F over FD. That smaller head for me would just
That's the way it looked. We certainly hit that better.
But exactly where I'd want the numbers to sit.
Mm-hmm.
And again, for me, guys, with the 3-wood, it wouldn't be about going and getting tested to this to see how far you hit it. I would want to know how far I'm hitting it across the face, which is what this club is a bit about.
This is the key for us. We've seen with the guys out here on tour, everybody is seeing their dispersion go this way. Drivers, fairways and hybrids. Because the spin is under control, they're able to go at shots a little bit more. They're able to hit the shots that they want to. They often go for that little sort of punch squeeze shot. They don't see that product spinning out of control and therefore getting wide.
Yeah, good
That's
stuff.
where this product works so well.
Fantastic. Okay, so good numbers, guys. Post comments down below. Is this one you're going to test or not? I'd love to hear. Are you an FD or an F guy? I mean, one thing with the FD, which I said earlier, is I do feel like people who want to have a shot off the tee with the FD.
It's a great club for that.
It's a good little, I can't hit my driver, I'll keep my fairway in play club, I think.
When you can carry it 250.
Oh yeah, I mean that one out there at 250, that's a good hit for, I was just on fire today hitting these shots.
It wasn't even downwind.
I'm inspired by these guys. Good stuff. Thank you, Richard, as always. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll speak to you soon. So if you like what's going on here, don't be afraid to subscribe to the channel. Also, thumbs up the video, post comments. Love to hear what you guys got to say. Let's keep it social. The more we talk, the more we share, the easier this game will get for everybody. So if you want to find me on Facebook here, you can find me on Facebook. If you want to tweet me, find me on Twitter here as well. Just follow the links, all in the description. Come and join the show. Get active, get involved, get playing some better golf. Thanks for watching.